Hi everyone, Emily here. I did a video last night of how to do the loom, and I am done. It's really long, it's absolutely beautiful. I'm in love with this, and it's going to be a hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it through my loom, pull it so I have the wrong side. The wrong side is still very pretty. It looks so knitted, and um, I'm going to just kind of keep this, put this right here and hold it, and then I'm going to pull it through so that it is folded. So this is going to be my hat, and I think it's a little more than long enough. Now I'm going to look for where I began. I should have, here we go. This is where I started, and I'm going to look for that little, there it is, all the way over here. Look for that little nub sticking out here. And then I know that I started, when I started, I actually started here instead of on here like I was supposed to. So you're going to take your first stitch and you're going to put it where you started. I'm going to put it right here. Now you're going to go around and you're going to put your each stitch over the loom. And you only have to put 2 strands over it. And then what I'll do is I'll take this bottom over it and it's going to close it off. And then I'll take a needle, which I will show you. And then I will take it off and I'll cinch it together and it will be a hat. And this is a Christmas present. And you know, last year at Christmas time I did videos on Christmas decorations. I made quite a few different ones. And this year I think I was just more behind on my Christmas gifts, so I did more tutorials on the things that I was making. But you can always go back and look at the Christmas decorations I made last year. But I'm really enjoying doing my loom again. I always like to put my stuff up and come back and do it. I'll be starting my blankets for Christmas for next year. And I think I saw a project that I'd like to do. Or I got something in my head I'd like to make. I'm going to share that with you after the holidays. Oops, popped off. So you can see how easy these are going on, and I'm just doing it one after the other. And so once you put that first one on, so that's why it's good not to bury that tail, so you know where your first stitch was. It should go on pretty easy for you. I love this loom, and I'm ready to get my knitting machine out again too. I think I want to do that again. It's kind of nice. I mean, I love yarn. I'm addicted to yarn. So it's kind of nice to have all these different things to do when I want to change things up. And this loom was a gift from my daughter year before last because I really wanted one. Now I think I want the loom that's like rectangle. I think I want that one next because I don't have one of those, and I think I would really like that. And I got to tell you, this is so thick. I absolutely love this camo kind. Of course, I have my kids love camo. And my daughter just does not like hats or scarves, and I wish she did more. And my daughter-in-law doesn't care for them either. Crazy kids. Anyway, so I'm going to start going over like I always do with this one, but I usually do it. Oh, looks like 2 strands on there instead of 1. There we go. So I'm just going to grab my strand from underneath, and I'm going to go over the top. And I am just going to go all the way around, and then I will be ready to sew it and take it off. Got it all off. So now you're going to take your yarn and wrap it kind of like around just before you cut it, so you know how much you need to cut. It doesn't have to be, you know, like totally perfect. And I'm going to cut both my strands. And I have a needle here. I know I usually don't like to use metal, but I'm going to use metal for this instead of my plastic ones. It did come with the plastic one. I really only need 1 strand of yarn. If I can get it on this needle here. Oh, well, you know. I'm not blind as a bat, and I did it. Okay. So I have both skeins on here, or both strands. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and start taking it off. And I'm going to take my yarn and go through. And bring it up. And once you take your yarn through with your needle, you can take it off like that. And then I'm going to take, after I get them all off, I'm going to take this thread and go through the top, and after I tighten it, close off the hole on top. I really like this hat, and I like the color. I'm not sure if I'm going to give it to a guy or a girl yet, so I will not be putting a pom-pom on top. But I just love using the loom because it looks knitted, and I like to knit, and I know that knitting takes a little bit longer. Like a lot longer. And this is just different, and especially if maybe you have some pain in your hands or something, this is totally different. So this would be a great gift for someone that loves to crochet. Maybe they're getting some pains in their hands or tingling. This might be a little bit easier to do. And this is very satisfying to take this off. I'm very excited to get this off. And then my beautiful granddaughter Kaylee is here. She stays with me every weekend, and she is going to model it. So when I get this off, I will be back. Okay, so I just took my last stitch off. And now it's sewn together. Woohoo! Look at that, it's really pretty. And so when I was doing it on here, it separates, and it looks like it's going to have holes in it, but it doesn't after you get it off the loom. So don't worry about that. Plus I doubled it. Right here, I can tell that that's where I started it each time, just because it seems to always be there. I don't know why. So now I'm just going to pull my yarn, and it's going to gather it at the top. this side too, because I'm sure they'll both be different. Ooh, that side has a different pattern, but I believe I like this side better. So I'm going to go on the inside. I'm going to take my needle, I'm going to go in and go up to the top. So this will be the inside of my hat, and I'm going to tie it up, make it nice and tight. And then I'm going to go around. I'm going to hold that there. I'm just going to go around a little bit, just to tighten it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to pull this tight. I'm going to pull this. There we go. And that will just close that hole up a little bit more. Oops. So now that my needle came off, I'm going to grab a crochet hook, because that might be easier than trying to put that needle back on. Because what I want it to do is I want it to drape across from this side to this side. I hope you can see what I'm doing with this dark yarn, so I'm going to pull it through. I got it nice and tight, and I'm going to tie a knot. And I'm not going to cut it either, because nobody is going to see this. Manhandling this hat. So there's no hole. But I want to go the other way also. So I think I'm going to go in on this side, and I'm going to go over to the other side, and I'm going to pull my yarn through. This is probably why they use a needle. Yeah, because it gets stuck like this. So let's see if I can get this through here. Oh, okay, that was easier that time. And pulled it through. I'm going to tie another knot. Have a couple bunny ears on the inside. There we go. So I'm going to cut my yarn off, and we're going to turn it the right side. So you could keep this on here to help you tie on your pom-pom if you decide you'd like to have a pom-pom. Have some extra yarn to add to my ball if you didn't see my video. I did a video on yarn, and every time I have extra yarn, I tie it and I make it into a ball, and I save them, and then I will have something for a blanket. And whatever I make, I will like and enjoy to have those little knot ends hanging out. So even if the pieces are really small, that doesn't bother me at all. But I usually put them in a big pile and wait till I have a whole bunch, but I've been really trying to put them on as I go so that I don't have a huge pile to add on to my ball. And these get big really quick, no matter how small. So my hat is done. I'm going to put it the right side. And ta-da! Oh my goodness, I'm just really happy with it. So I'm just going to stretch it out a little bit, get all these stitches, and I got to tell you, I'm really happy with it. I think it's beautiful. Please let me know what you think. I'm going to make me another one. I'm going to do a different stitch with my loom that I just learned, because this is the only stitch I've ever done with it. But it's really thick. Hi everyone, this is Kaylee, and she is going to model the hat. Go ahead and turn around slowly, my love. Isn't it pretty? It looks so good on her. I love the design that came out, and it looks really good. And it's really thick, isn't it, Kaylee?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have a great day. Be safe, and I will be back soon. Thank you. Bye.